Hi everyone, this is your reading for March 2021 love predictions. So we're going to have a look specifically at love. I have made a March 2021 prediction overall as well, a video, like pick a card reading as well. So do check that out. It is on my channel if you want to. And then, yes, so we've got these three wonderful groups. So we've got group 1, 2, and 3. So 1, 2, 3, whichever one you're most drawn to is going to be the reading for you. And we've got some cute little crystals as well. So yeah, take your pick, whichever one you're most drawn to is going to be your reading. Timestamps will be in the description box below, and if you would like to win a free reading with me, check out the description box below since I do a giveaway every single month. If you would like to purchase a private paid reading, they are also down below as well. They're done within 24 to 48 hours. And the last thing I want to mention is my Etsy store. So I have an Etsy store where I hand make things, and if you wanted to check that out, feel free to do so. There are spiritual items on there, so there's beaded bracelets, necklaces, crystals, pom-poms, tassels, embroidered cards which you can put under your pillow in your wallet or your purse. They carry special intentions, so everything is meditated with and saged, and a lot of people have seen results of these items, so check out the Etsy store reviews as well. So link is down below, international shipping, and there's also crystals, pendulums, charms and letters as well. So yeah, check it out if you're interested. Okay, so we're going to start first of all with group number 1, then we'll go to the other 2 groups. So this is a love prediction. Okay, so let's just move these. Sorry, just hit the camera at the same time. I'm going to put that on there. No, I'm going to put it there. No, I'm going to put it here. No, I'm going to put it here. Alright, let's have a look. So, group number 1. March 2021 love predictions. Let's see what's coming through. I am going to do a tarot reading. I'm going to get some oracle cards out, some messages. I'm also going to get some charms and letters out as well. So we will definitely have a look and see what March is bringing you. So let's see. So let me just put this crystal right here and let us continue. I'm just going to actually move this back a little bit more. Open this out a little bit. There we go. All right, so let's have a look and see what is March bringing group number 1 in regards to love. 5 and the 6 of Cups. These cards, by the way, have been pre-shuffled. I have used these before. It's just so happened that the consecutive cards have come out. Seven of Wands. Let's do an 8 card spread. Whoa, okay, I saw that card. It was this one. 10 of Cups. Ooh. Ooh. As you can probably tell, for those of you that are returning to my channel, I don't use this deck very much. Well, I don't know if you can really tell or not, but you might be able to from my videos, and the reason is the illustrations are all quite similar, in all honesty, so I don't tend to use this deck too much, but I thought we would use it for March, and it's definitely got an interesting vibe to it, this deck. I even forgot what this deck is called. There we go, got a unique card. So it's the King of Cups. These ones are much more illustrated. It's the ones with the like the minor arcanas that are not so, they're just, you know, the number of the suit. Okay, let's get the rest of, oh, cards fell on the floor. Let me just grab those. Okay, so you've got here the 10 of Pentacles. Whoa, let me just move the deck here actually on this side. You've got the 2 of Wands, which also fell on the floor. And to round out our 8 cards, you've got the Devil. The Devil. Okay, this is interesting. So, The Five of Cups to the Six of Cups shows change and progress, okay? So for those of you that are completely single, there is a real good chance that you'll meet someone who actually interests you in March, and someone that you can have some nice conversations with and get to know further in regards to goals and hobbies and dreams and values and conversations, for sure. I see that. For those of you that are in a situation where you feel like, oh, I just feel so sad, like it's like it's stuck, you know? It's like a car stuck on ice. It's like it just isn't going anywhere. I do see that there can be some romantic gestures that can come through. Okay, so there is a change to your sadness here, or your frustration that you are feeling. Did I say this is the King of Pentacles? I meant King of Cups. It's definitely the King of Cups. I just thought I'd mention that. It's interesting that it's a King of Cups, even though it's not surrounded necessarily by water. It's more so the water's kind of just like zigzagging. Okay. Anyway, so then you've also got here the Seven of Wands. So, you know, obviously things are progressing, but not without their obstacles. There are still some obstacles and some challenges in the way. Things are not 100% perfect, but there is still progress, right? The Seven of Wands is about getting through those obstacles. So yes, it's not perfect, but is it going somewhere? Also, yes, it's not completely stuck, which I think is very important, because you've got here the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles, which shows stability, happiness, security. There can be a really nice event in regards to love that happens in March where you start to feel so much more secure. And I'm not just talking secure in terms of like, oh cool, something happened that I wanted. I'm talking security emotionally, because you've got the King of Cups. Security, like physically feeling very secure. Secure emotionally, right? I already said emotionally, like spiritually also. And what was the other one? Mentally as well. So, you know, you've got this Ten of Cups, Ten of Pentacles. It comes together. There's a real sense of happiness. There's a sense of familiarity, I can't even say that word, but just a sense of feeling like familiar with that happiness energy that you've really wanted to manifest. And also the Devil here as well. Now the Devil is a warning, okay? Make sure you're not too desperate for things, because desperation can slow things down. It's very well known with the law of attraction too, is that the more desperate you are, the more things get stuck. So what you want to do is not be too possessive of all of the things that you want. Instead, surrender it to the universe and just know that what's meant for you will be for you. The universe will give you things when you're not so desperate for them. And I see that all the time with, for example, people that want love. I see that with people who want money. I see that with people who are desperate to have children as well. It often happens when they least expect it, because then they're not so stressed. They've come to acceptance of what is, and they just kind of get back to their own stuff. You know, dreams don't work unless we do. And boom, then things start to progress and get better. So there's definitely a wish come true here. There's definitely something that is going to really take you off guard. It can be that you meet a new person. It can be that someone, especially for those of you that really want someone to return from the past, they could come to you with a message or conversation. And also for those of you in a situation, there can be some movement romantically, because you have got a lot of water energy, which is also quite flowing as well, especially with the Ten of Cups and the King of Cups and the Six of Cups. The Fives in tarot also indicate change, and of course that change is happening in a more positive manner. Yes, there are still some obstacles, but those obstacles are being like you're getting through them, right? So that's obviously very positive. And you've got the Two of Wands, which is also about balance as well. It's just the Devil is a little warning. Keep yourself occupied with things that you love to do, and try not to put too much energy into things that you so desperately want. I know, you know, it's one of those things, but oftentimes things happen when you just kind of surrender. You know, you surrender and you do it. I mean, I have also, you know, I'll give you an example. I won't mention the person's name, obviously, but, you know, an actor who just thought, you know what, this is, and this was on an interview actually, you know, as well, but you know, it's really interesting. As an example, an actor who just thought, you know what, I really want to do this. I really want to do this, getting so desperate for it, and it just wasn't working out, you know. And then the minute, you know, he just surrendered it, he booked something pretty big, you know. So things like this happen as well, where when you're so desperate for it, it just feels like nothing's coming together, and then when you least expect it, it all comes together because you surrendered it, and you're just like, okay, well, whatever happens, happens. Like, you know, I can't, you know, who am I to, like, control everything? We can't. So yes, that's that, and let's go to the rest of your cards. But hopefully that example really helped some of you who are sort of maybe even trying to get into the law of attraction. I would say it's good. It's a really good vibe. I just saw the yellow in the corner of my eye. It's really great to meditate on your solar plexus chakra. So that is the yellow chakra. Now, the solar plexus chakra is solar energy, which is the sun's energy, and it's all about positivity, joy, personal growth as well. Personal growth can be challenging, right? It's not all just happy, happy, snappy, but it's really about focusing on growth, and it's also about making sure that you are doing things for yourself and not just always doing things that feel that you're forcing, let's say. So it's about also naturally doing things as well, right? A plant really doesn't force itself to grow, it just naturally grows the way that it wants to, and if the plant doesn't want to grow anymore, it doesn't grow anymore. So it's one thing to for sure keep in mind. Right, let's get a oracle message. This is the Whispers of Love. So it says here, actions speak loudly, express your love through actions. So I think actions here are quite significant. Now, some of you might be dealing with someone who's perhaps not as emotionally open, and you're much more emotionally open. And in this case, it's showing here actions. So it's obviously saying that in March, doing things through action is much more, I think, effective than perhaps, I'm not saying that communicating your emotions doesn't work, but it's very clear that for a lot of you, you're dealing with someone who may be emotionally unavailable or just emotionally is not really as developed as you are. Because, some people just don't naturally want to speak with their emotions. They would like to speak with their actions. So kind of matching that energy here, especially here with the Two of Wands, right? The wand energy is all about action. Can really help, and also the Six of Cups is also about an action as well. So I definitely feel here that speaking through your actions can really solidify things in March as well, and there's a real sense of you feeling emotionally comfortable, so within yourself, but it's also because I feel like you're connecting to the love language of the other person, and everybody has different love languages as well, and some people are much more emotional, some people are much more they need that sort of attachment in that sense, and some people are much more in the sense of like showing and doing. So it's just something to keep in mind. Actions can speak very loudly for sure in March between you and another person. So it's just something to keep in mind. Right, let's go now to the Life Coach Oracle and get a card out. Generosity, number 77. Giving from your heart with no strings attached is what is needed now. So basically giving without total expectation. That doesn't mean that you have to give. I would just say that a lot of you do want to give, but you also want to give with hopefully having something back in return. I think part of this is also, again, the law of attraction speaking as well, where if you do something, do it, but try not to be so desperate about how it should come and when it should come and why it should come, because that can slow things down, right? So to have things on time, just, do the best you can for yourself without having those crazy expectations, because even in Buddhism, expectations can cause suffering. So it's one thing to keep in mind, and everything in moderation, everything in moderation. So that's a real strong message for you in March. And then your last few messages, I'm also going to do a charm reading as well, so do stick around for that, charms and letters, but let's have a look and see what the messages here are showing. Mercury messages. I want to see you. Some of you might even be at a long distance from this person, which could sort of change in March. There could be this energy of seeing each other. Oh yeah, got a lot of cards here. Let's shuffle again. Ooh. Oh, okay, perfect. One more card came out. Ooh, okay. I want to see you. I really do need you. I want to see you. I really do need you. And there we go. There we go. So they really do need you and they really want to see you. So that is what we've got there, whether you're single or whether you're in a situation or whether you're actually with this person. Those are the messages we have there. Let's go to your charm reading. All right, so these can be initials. These can also spell out words as well for what could happen in March. Okay. L E T G L Z. Ooh, another T. You got two T's well, we've got let as well, and we've also got get, let, get, and then you've got, of course, 2 L's, 2 T's, a Z and an O, lot, L-O-T. And also, I see here 10 as well. Now, the thing is, it's technically a Z, but the way I'm sitting this way, so I saw that as an N, and so I know that it's right there, 10, literally, and if you turn it this way, it's an N, which makes the 10. Oh, there we go. I can definitely justify that one, because some of you might be like, that's definitely a Z, like it's a Z. But I have my own reasonings now. See? Plus you have 2 10s here as well, right? You have the 10 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups, so we really can't make this up in that sense, okay? It's meant to be. Sometimes these things are meant to be. Plus you got the number actually written on the Z as well. So 10. Pay attention to the 10. Now that could be the 10th of March. It could be that you're seeing 1010 a lot on this like screens or just, you know, places. You might be seeing that repeating number a ton. Just 10s in general. There's something about 10. Something about number 10. This person could be a 10. You might be like, 10? I would give this person a 10. Let me know. So let me know how 10 resonates in that sense. You've got an M, so met as well, M-E-T, remember, because they want to see you, so you could meet them here. You've got an I. You've also got time. Yeah, time. T-I-M-E, time. So yeah, there's something about 10, okay? There's definitely something about 10 and also time. We've got here, the cloud has a silver, like it's almost like this is, you know, this is a cloud floating on a silver peg, but it's got its silver lining. So this to me shows, again, through obstacles and challenges, there are ways of getting through it. Not everything is lost, if that makes any sense. Then you've got here a ring as well, so that shows that there's still things progressing here in regards to your romantic life. For some of you, there could be a proposal, just, you know, just some of you. Perhaps not everyone, you know, but some of you. Then we've got here, ooh, we've got quite a lot of angel wings I pick up here. I always get confused as to whether this is Capricorn energy or Aries energy, but in this case, both of them make sense because you've got Aries season in March, which is about that sort of fiery energy of things restarting. And then you've also got the Devil, which is Capricorn energy. So I think both of these make sense for this charm. I know that this is definitely one of them, and I need to really figure out which one it is. But for sure, I feel like this is more so Capricorn. Anyways, yeah, Capricorn or Aries, both of them make sense in this case. It just shows that there is some movement here. It's also showing you to just have some peace as well. So we've got these like angel vibes, which definitely goes to show as well, for those of you that see 1010 a lot on your screen, or even 1111, you're on the right path in your life. Try not to stress. There's a sense of freedom here, there's a sense of progression, there's a sense of movement and joy that I pick up. You've also got the hashtag as well. Now the hashtag could be connecting via social media or being mentioned by them or finding them through that, but this is also about perhaps taking pictures and placing them online. It could be that you are interested in a photo that they post or that you see of them, but there's definitely something about a hashtag coming through. You got an O. I thought I could spell Google, but not quite. Low as well, you got low. Okay, you've got a lot of words that we can make with this one, and then you've also got him make a wish as well. So, you know, law of attraction can work really well, but remember the principles of the law of attraction, like I mentioned as well, where it's not about desperation, it's just about surrendering and letting go your worries, but also manifesting in that sense as well. That can really, really help overall. I think that's one of the best things to for sure do to really help with your manifestations. So, and then of course, meditating on your solar plexus chakra. There's some amazing guided meditations on YouTube. So definitely do check that out. I mean, you can type in solar plexus, guided meditation. I am sure something will come up. I'm positive something will come up. Ouch, sorry. Let's actually check, because there could be some good... Yeah, there is. There is indeed. Look at that. Some good ones on there. So yeah, do you know, check out that. It can really help you as well in terms of how you're feeling as well. So that is what we are seeing right there. So group number 1, if this resonates with you, of course, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Check out the description box below for information on private paid readings, free reading giveaway, and of course intention items, which are on Etsy. Take care, everyone. Stay safe. And this is your reading. And also the charms and letters are also available on my Etsy store if anyone would like to purchase them. There's also loads of other items on there as well, so definitely do check those out as well. Okay, take care, everyone. So let's take these away. And these. And these. And these, and these, and these, and these, and these. Okay, let's grab this. This deck is, I mean, it's on its way to me, but there we go. Put this card underneath. Alright, group number 2. Hello, how are you doing today? So we are going to look into March 2021 for you for love predictions. So we will do that. I'm just going to place this beautiful pyrite pyramid right there. Hopefully it's not glaring in your eyes. There we go, that's much better. And we've also got this beautiful, I mean, wow, look at this. Look at this blue, this beautiful blue crystal. Let's put that right there. Nice. Okay, let's go. Let's see, right? Okay, so I'm gonna start off with your tarot reading. There we go. And then we're gonna go to oracle cards, messages, charms, and letters. So your first one here is Grandmother of Cups. And it says, I am unconditional love. So this is also about wisdom as well. And just feeling very wise. I feel like a lot of you are old souls, which essentially means that you've had so much past life experience. You've had a lot of past lives. You've had a lot of incarnations. You just know things and you're very mature about how you go about things. So then when you meet people that are much like younger in terms of like young souls who, look, it's not about age, because technically with the amount of past lives you have, it doesn't count, you know? But it's more so about the fact that you can meet someone who can sometimes be older than you, but they could be a young soul. And so, you know, you can meet someone younger who is a young soul. And it can be that they just need more life experience. So I feel like you are someone who for sure has had a lot of past lives. And I really also do feel very significantly that you're just super wise. You're very mature. You know what you want in life. You know where you want to go. You're the Grandmother of Cups. Whether you're male or female, by the way, just want to mention that, right? Because I read energies in tarot, not specifically genders. We have got here 6 of Cups. My heart is a wonder, a bridge, a hum, and pull. I follow. So a lot of you here are following your heart in March, which means that if you want to open up to someone, I feel like you would just be like, you know what, I've got one life to live. I'm not going to sit here and worry and stress forever. I'm going to go out there, I'm going to say what I have to say, and I'm just going to do what I have to do, and I'm going to do what I need to do. And that's what a lot of you here are doing, is that you are just so sick and tired of wondering what to do next, why are people not reciprocating the way that you are? You're wondering why people are hot and cold towards you. And that's because they can sense that you have this really powerful, strong energy. And because you have this really strong energy, which has also stemmed from past lives as well, they often can't handle that particular energy. But that doesn't mean that you should feel bad for yourself, because if anything, that's such a power. It's such a powerful thing, such a powerful thing. So here you are thinking, you know what, there's actually nothing wrong with me. It's the fact that I am so powerful and I've got so much going on and I've got so much to do and I am so powerful. So you are just being yourself. You are being essentially, you're just doing what your heart really does please and what it feels, which actually makes a lot of sense here with the star card as well. If you look at that, and it says touch on this one. So I really feel like in this month you are going for it. You are going for it. If there is someone that you want to talk to or you want to say something to, you're just going for it. You're not making excuses. You are not, well, I wouldn't say excuses, but some of you might be like, oh, I think the other person should come to me first. You know, you're like, but who knows when and how they're going to come? You know, they could end up wasting my time. So here you are now thinking, you know what, maybe I should be the one sort of trying to see where things go. Especially with, you know, my heart is a wonder, and then it says a bridge. So a bridge is about sort of connecting, you know, two things together. So I really feel like you may choose to take things into your own hands, and then you might say to yourself, okay, well, whatever happens, happens, but at least I tried, and at least I did something, and I actually, you know, always remember that no response is also response. I say that because some of you might be in no contact, and you might be scared as to, like, you know, what if this person wants to talk to me? What if they don't? Not everybody that I'm reading for in this reading is in no contact. I just want to mention that as well. I do see that some of you might be in no contact and you want to build a bridge, and honestly, that is your choice. So I just feel like you're going for things, you're making things happen, and you're trying to do the best that you can for yourself. And ultimately, the star is also about healing. The star is also about taking care of yourself. The star is also about, at times, figuring out whether you can align the stars yourself. I just feel like you're in this mode of doing the absolute most you can to make things progress for yourself. And I also feel as well with the whole Pisces season, Aries season, that there is just this real sense of going with the flow, making things happen as best as you can, connecting to your intuition, following your gut in order to make decisions and judgments. And ultimately, in terms of love, that does bring you to a place of healing. It does bring you also to a place of strength as well, because the thing that I'm seeing here with the Six of Cups is that you're making moves, you're making gestures, and you're thinking, you know what, this is the most I can do, it's the best I can do. If it gets accepted, it gets accepted. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But it's just that trying that you feel is really powerful, because then you'll say to yourself, at least I tried, at least I, you know, at least I went for it and I made the move and I progressed and I did the most that I could, you know. You got the Eight of Cups here as well, and it says here, I follow my healing. So again, I really do feel that a lot of you are following your healing, and you're like, okay, well, if this person does progress or doesn't, it's okay, because it's going to lead me to a stronger path anyways. For a lot of you, you may have also gone through heartbreak or frustration or sadness, and I really feel here that the universe is definitely urging you to heal. Remember that if you want to move forward, we must also heal within ourselves. We don't want to take those problems and challenges further forward. So that's why I see that we have this double healing energy with the star and, of course, the Eight of Cups, where the universe is literally telling you to listen to yourself, to heal from within, and to, you know, it's okay to like try as much as you can, but we also have to heal in order to move forward. And I always say as well that if you want to make things work with someone from the past, or you want someone from the future, like a new person, the path to it is the same, and the path is healing, and that's when the universe can align things in our favor. Now, it's not all the time that someone can get someone back from their past, but a lot of the times people come back from the past when you have literally healed. So I think that one of the biggest messages here is healing, is healing, because that leads to better and bigger things, whether you recognize it or not. So doing things for yourself here with the Eight of Cups, like doing things that you enjoy, whether it's going for a walk or whether it's cooking your favourite meals, or you know, your hobbies, your goals, your dreams, focusing on work, those things can really help. Sorry guys, these cards are a little bit hard for me to shuffle because my hands are quite tiny, so I can't actually shuffle them like this, like my hands literally don't go around it, so I have to shuffle like this, and because the cards are a little bit flimsier, it's a bit of a challenge. There we go. We're getting there. We are getting there slowly. So I will apologize if it's like really slow, but we've got here the Three of Swords, not afraid to express my grief. There you go. See, you are expressing yourself, okay? You're trying to make amends towards things, but you are also feeling heartbroken. And some of you have gone through a separation, a breakup, perhaps even a divorce, or just some form of feeling like things are super hot and cold, or just even reliving memories from the past. Like that is something that I do feel is happening. However, you're being tempted towards either like trying to build a bridge and then recognizing, okay, is this good for me? Is it not? Because it's going to be different for everyone. And then I also see a lot of healing that comes after it. Okay, so now the Three of Swords, by the way, I think is something that has happened kind of before. And so that's really what I see here. And then, of course, you've got the Hanged Woman. Now, the Hanged Woman is all about spirituality. It's very strong Neptune and Pisces energy, which I'm not surprised about because remember I mentioned Pisces season. So for me and for you, what I see for March is a really, really strong energy which says returning. So it also shows here that your personal healing can allow somebody from the past to return, and this in turn can also help to especially your grief and your sadness, it can really help that. But I also see as well that there is definitely a lot of healing that is necessary. Now, healing is not linear. I'm not saying, oh, you need to heal in March and everything will be fine. Healing usually doesn't happen that quickly. It's about healing certain aspects and healing certain dialogues that you have within yourself, which in turn can for sure still leave little parts of the Three of Swords around. But then there's definitely some kind of balance in this sense that I pick up on. If you notice, we have the number 6 here. We also have the Six of Cups, right? So this is about you perhaps wanting to try doing something towards another person. Now, I'm not saying that you have to. A lot of the times I feel like moving forward, healing within yourself is the best thing to do. But I feel like a lot of you may want closure and you may want to, make things work. You may want to have last conversations or, try to build conversations further forward. And so I really feel here that that's why we see the 6 as well. And it's all about balance again with the 12. So, this is a pretty significant message, but I definitely feel like someone from your past can return so long as you implement healing and you're trying to do more for yourself. I feel like a lot of you as well will want to have, a conversation with this particular person and try to build a bridge where possible to try and heal yourself of any heartbreak in general. And I also feel a lot of healing, okay, a lot of healing. Now this can also be healing from childhood, things that make you feel uncertain, sad sometimes. I see a lot of that. The back of these cards reminds me of like flames, and we've got Aries season as well in March. There you go. Aries is talking to me. Aries is like, Did you mention me? Did you mention my name? I'm here. Got the Emperor. Emperor is ruled by Aries. So there we go. These synchronicities happen all the time in my readings. In fact, it also happened in group 1. These synchronicities are always happening. You've got here a very strong energy, sovereignty, and fiery energy. So you're trying to make things happen. At the same time, you're trying to heal. And you just got this balance going on, right? It's all about moderation. It's not like you're completely investing all your energy into like fixing things. You're also trying to heal, right? And you're trying to still be proactive about things, and you're following your gut and your intuition in terms of making decisions. Best thing to do. That's why this reading is so open, is because I feel like you're going to follow your intuition in terms of making decisions. And of course, intuition is going to be different for everybody, absolutely everybody. But the Emperor here is such a strong, powerful vibe in regards to making moves, going for things, but also recognizing your personal self-worth, right? And doing things for yourself that makes you feel good. So yeah, Aries season is for sure really making things progress. And of course, Pisces season coming through is quite strong. I turned this the other way around, and because I'm sitting sideways, well, not really like sitting sideways, I'm sitting in a very comfortable position, but I'm sitting like this way, right? This kind of looks like fishes to me. Just a little bit. Also looks like DNA, right? That's interesting. Okay, and your last card. March is bringing a lot to you. I hope you're prepared. But actually, it's not terrible. It just goes to show here as well that March really wants you to focus on, for some of you, new beginnings. For those of you that are trying to fix things, to do so, but without too much like frustration, you know, especially if things don't quite go the way you want them to. It's about also acceptance. That's what I would say. Star is also about acceptance. You've got here Goddess Mother of Wands. Ooh, isn't that interesting? You've got the Grandmother of Cups. Now you've got the Goddess Mother of Wands. Again, that really strong fire energy is coming through. So it says, I'm free to be anything I want to be. So this is about your strength. I really feel that a lot of you might be putting some emphasis into vanity and how you look. So your wardrobe, your outfits, grooming, I really see that here as well for sure. And it's just this sense of like, I am who I am. Like my emotions do not depend on somebody else and what they're doing with their life. I am free to feel what I feel. I'm free to live my life how I want to live it. And sure, I might be feeling a little bit of a void. However, this void can also stem from myself, and I can do a lot of other things for myself that can help to you know, make things better. So that is something that I definitely pick up on here, which I think is pretty strong and actually quite nice to see. So let's go now with the Oracle card from the Whispers of Love. So we've got here spiritual connection. A relationship has a connection that goes beyond this lifetime. Ooh, isn't it interesting that I was mentioning past lives as well? So, you know, there we go. There's that really interesting vibe. Your relationship with yourself also goes many, many lifetimes, which I think is really, really interesting. I once did a pick a card reading, which really goes into your past life. So if you really wanted to watch that reading, I would say that I feel a synchronicity between this reading and that reading. So for sure, check it out. If you go to my channel and you go to the little search bar and type in past life, you'll probably find that reading. It was, I think I've only really done one past life pick a card, so it's pretty easy to find. But yes, so that's interesting. But I also feel like the connection between you and this person also goes to a past life. Now, remember I mentioned young souls and old souls. This doesn't mean that they have had also, like, you know, they have had past lives, but not as many as you have. So that's what I mean, right? Is that both of you have had a past life together as well, but you've had like lots of past lives in general, and they've had less past lives than you, but you have had a past life with this person. There we go. Does that, I hope that makes sense. I hope that makes sense in some way, shape or form. So you have a spiritual connection with this person, which is why you may be tempted to really work at things. Now remember as well, just because people have a spiritual connection does not mean you're destined to be with them or that you have to be with them. I just thought I'd throw that out there because there's a misconception that, oh my god, if I have a spiritual connection with someone, I have to end up with them, I have to be with them, like that's how it must be, right? That's not entirely true. There are plenty of people that don't have connections to someone. Remember, because connections are also built, like, you know, in the past life, you may not have known that person in your previous past life to your past life. You know what I mean? So it's something to keep in mind. There are plenty of people roaming this earth right now that have really, really strong, stable relationships that are very long term, and they've never met each other in a past life, you know? So it's something to keep in mind, is that just because it says past life doesn't mean you have to be with that person, especially for those of you that are like, oh, I'm not really sure, you know, if I really want to. Some of you are not sure whether you want to be with this person. Some of you are. It's a very open reading. That's something I want to mention as well. Sometimes the readings are straight to the point. We know where we're going. And for this one, it's very open. It's a hugely open reading. It's very vast. So we've got here these two oracle cards. You've got number 73, Earth Shifts. You're very connected to Mother Earth, and as such, you experience all that she does. Just like how the Earth has so many moments, right? The Earth has moments of just peace, and then boom, a storm. The Earth has moments where there's hurricanes, tsunamis, earthquakes, tornadoes. I mean, you know, a lot happening on Earth, you know. We also go through cycles and phases with our emotions. You're very, very connected to Earth. That very strong energy here with the Hanged Woman, or the Hanged One, what's it called? The Hanged Woman. The Grandmother of Cups. The Goddess, Mother of Wands, just goes to show you these many, many different sides. And you are very, very, especially with that Pisces energy, you are very, very intuitive in the month of March, which is why you're so connected to the Earth in March. So essentially, meditation can really help you to be much closer to your divine self, whether you're male or female. Also, it will really help to activate your third eye in order to make certain decisions that you might be thinking, should I do that, should I not? Remember, things happen also in a peaceful state of mind. That's really when it happens. That's when you'll make the best decisions, I believe. So, yeah, you're very connected. Take a walk in nature. try to eat, more vegetables where you can. That will also really help your vitality and your energy as well in March as well, to feel better connected to yourself. You've also got 43, education. Education is an important part of your soul's development at this time. So in March, I feel like a lot of you might be doing a ton of research. You might also be watching a ton of documentaries or films that are mainly based on facts, let's say, because you can get films that are basically an adaptation of something that's happened in reality. So I definitely feel like a lot of you are going to be doing a lot of research, learning. I mean, some of you might also be in education itself, so you might be doing a lot of research or reading, things like that. So that's what I see, you're writing, let's say. So yes, that's what we have there. Let's go to your, oh no, hold on a second, I missed a, it's good I picked this up, sometimes I do. Not always, but a couple of times I have forgotten, like a charm that I've got out or an oracle card that I got out, and it just sits there. But this time it was like the whole deck was just sitting on the side, and we almost went over it. So we've got here Instagram message, and for the other message we've got here, the shame that eats at me for how I've treated you. The shame that eats at me for how I've treated you. So someone here has not treated you very well, and they're definitely getting very, very triggered about it. It is triggering them so much that they just don't feel good about themselves. And that is something that I really see, of course, in March as well, is that someone has not treated you very well, and that shame is really eating up at them. There's a lot of sorrow, a lot of guilt, a lot of shame, a lot of regret. And we also have Instagram message. So you may be either sending an Instagram message or getting one in return. Now, I'm fully aware that not everybody uses Instagram, but this can also be a social media message in general. So that is something that I'm seeing, and it can also, indicate like a voice call or video call, let's say voice message, sorry, a video call, but that's what I'm seeing, right? So it can kind of mean message in general, but for most of you, I feel like it's something to do with Instagram. So let's now go to the charms. I was like, no, we can't go there yet. We can now. So these can be, so this is going to be the letters portion. So letters could be initials. It can also spell certain words to do with your situation. Oh, there's one that fell here as well. We've got a Q, W, Q, H, T, E, L. Well, I was going to say that as well, and I thought, there's two words that I was specifically seeing as I was getting these in order. One was white and the other one was whale. And I was going to say whale, and I was like, I'm not really sure. But then it makes a lot of sense. It makes a lot of sense, right? I'm not saying that you're a whale, okay? That is not what I'm implying at all, so please don't take offense. When I mention animals and also insects and things like that, remember that there's also like the spiritual aspect of things as well, right? So like the spirit animals and what they mean as well. So I definitely feel here that we have got this like spirit animal energy. That's how you spell whale, right? That's also whale as in like whaling. Okay, let's go to the definition here of what the spirit animal of a whale means. What do we have here? Okay, it said, I'm actually going to look this up because it makes a lot of sense here. So it is basically about listening to your inner dialogue and understanding your emotions, on an everyday sort of basis, following your own truth, which is so, so vital, which is exactly what we saw here. And if you look at this card as well, right, this kind of reminds me of a whale, kind of. Yeah, so that's really about listening to your inner, your gut, your instincts, which we talked about so much in this reading as well. And it just is basically about physical and emotional healing, which is also what we literally talked about. That's literally what we spoke about, and here it is, right? So it's also about importance of family and community, emotional rebirth, which we also spoken about. The star is also about rebirth as well, so that just goes hand in hand so perfectly. Peaceful strength and communication, which we mentioned as well, right? We also got Instagram message as well. So I think that this is not in any way, shape or form a coincidence, because it was one of the first words that I was seeing whilst I was getting all of those letters in order. There you go. Incredible, right? Whale as a spirit animal message. You've also got butterfly, which is about transformation as well. But that's a pretty significant one. It was also like the first kind of thing that came out. Okay. So there was one that just fell behind here. Hold on a second. There it is. Ooh, white. We actually get to spell white now. I think this is an I as well. So, something about white, the colour white. Well, there we go. I'm going to use this I. Also got ale as well. Well, you may also see other words, but these are the ones that like specifically I'm picking up on. Ooh, you got a dolphin. Dolphin is also like a pretty strong spirit animal. Should we go into dolphin as well? Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, so the dolphin is all about peace and harmony, protection, playfulness, and joy, inner strength, cooperation. This is pretty much a very much so goes with what we were talking about. It's really about intelligence as well. We spoke about education, remember, with the other card of like learning and growing. It's also about balance, protection, and a playful nature. Gentle, yet very strong, deep, deep in terms of strength, but also very playful. Nice. So that's what we see here. Again, it just goes hand in hand. See, we've also got the tennis rackets as well, which is about sort of that playful energy, but also about teamwork, because I saw that you may want to try and like build a bridge somehow, so there is that energy that's coming through. Remember, you don't have to, it's just that I feel that's going to be the case here. Now, it can also be that the other person could also try and build a bridge in some way, shape or form as well. Now, we also have here a spoon as well. So this could be to do with cooking. This could be trying to, this could be you like stirring up certain feelings and thoughts from the past as well. We also have here brave as well. So that's definitely something that I want you to know as well, as its spirit guides do. You're very, very brave, continue going forward. We've also got here the cross with the faith as well, right? So have faith, again, goes with the star as well. We've got the owl, which is, of course, very wise energy, all about that intelligence that we picked up on as well. You've got here this charm, which says, it takes a big heart to teach little minds. Ooh, is that a dig to the young soul? Ooh, I say that's a good thing. It's about your confidence, right? It takes a big heart to teach little minds. Grandmother of Cups, it's not that we're belittling the other person. It's just that, it's good sometimes not to feel bad about how you are as a person, because people oftentimes feel so terrible, like, oh my God, I'm so mature and everyone else who's around me is immature. Does that make you a bad person for being the odd one out? No, because you haven't done anything bad, you know what I mean? So we've also got whale here as well. Remember like wailing as well? That was another word that I did pick up on. We've also got another, I believe that's an I as well. So a lot of focus towards yourself. We've got make a wish as well. So again, you've got the star here that's really, really present. You want things to somehow come together for yourself, but you're also not trying to force things, I feel. And then we've also got an R as well. Whiter. Also got right. Ooh, there you go. Right. Right, because I did mention you might be reading a lot, studying a lot, learning a lot, something to do with education, writing a lot. Cupcake as well, sweet treats, perhaps some of you are really baking things, could be something to do with food, maybe they really enjoyed that and it's something that just really triggers your memory. You've got the cat here, which is all about personality. So when I think of Mother of the Wands, I think of the cat, because in traditional Rider-Waite tarot, well, that Rider-Waite's not actually technically traditional tarot, like it goes way beyond, like way back than that, but for sure when it comes to tarot, the sort of like Queen of Wands has a cat by her foot or feet. So I really feel like this is about personality, and again, just kind of going with the flow, enjoying your life as well, doing things that make you feel good, being playful. Got an axe here as well, which is you trying to like sort of trying to heal, basically, and sort of cut connections between things that don't make you feel good. You've got another cat as well, which I think is interesting. It's about personality and doing the best you can for you. You know, cats really do what they want to do. And that is a vibe, okay? That is a vibe. They're not always, you know, they love their owner, I'm sure. But they, you know, they have their own personality. They just want to do what they want to do. And I feel like that is totally a vibe of what this particular month is for you, is like, do what you want to do, you know, like do what you want to do. It's okay. And you've got here a compass as well. So it's all about the direction that you take, but having that really in your hands, which I really pick up on. So that's what we've got there. This is your reading. If this resonates with you, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Check out the description box below for information on private paid readings, free reading giveaway, and of course intention items, which are on Etsy as well. And take care, everyone. Also, the charms and letters are also available to purchase on Etsy if anyone is interested. All right, take care, everyone. Bye. Okay, so let's go ahead and take these. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Let's put that there. Hi, group number 3. This is your reading with me for March 2021 predictions. So you have chosen this beautiful crystal. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. It's a special crystal. Let's just put it right there. And this is your reading. So we're going to look into love predictions. And we've got the deck right here for the tarot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a tarot reading. Then we will also go into oracle cards, messages, charms, and letters. So we're going to do a charm reading as well just after this. So let's have a look and see what's coming through for March. Let's have a look. What is March bringing you? Got the 9 of Swords. I am an upright reader as well. I thought I just mentioned that. And before you guys are like, oh my god, hell no, the 9 of Swords, let me just get out of here. Be patient, be patient, be patient. Be patient, be patient, be patient. Try not to panic too much. So we've got here the 4 of Cups. We've also got the 8 of Swords. Let's see what else we have. Magician. 5 of Wands. 3 of Cups. Strength. Makes a lot of sense, right? Strength card. And the Knight of Pentacles. Oh, look at that, right? You've got all of these kind of cards that are a little bit like, okay, all right, Moonlight, what are you going to give us? And then you just got the Knight of Pentacles, and it just gets progressively a bit brighter towards the end. So what I would say is that March is not, it's not terrible. However, it's not perfect. To be honest, what March is really bringing you is a real change, It's bringing you so much strength. It's bringing you a lot of confidence, progression. It is bringing you a ton in that sense. And it is just bringing you this sense of, I got this. You know, no matter what life throws at me, I have got this. And in terms of love, I mean, this 9 of Swords and the 8 of Swords shows that you may be feeling like, is this the best that I could do? You know, and I really feel that for those of you that are single, you might be thinking, Moonlight, like nothing is going to come to me, like nothing is happening. And to me, I say, and this is really important, that it's really, really important to not be too desperate or to feel like everything is your fault. Because what I'm picking up on is that a lot of you have had troubles manifesting exactly what it is that you want. And the reason for that is because the manifestations are not being done properly. I mean, I have to say that because I really do feel like a lot of you have been directed to group number 3 are getting frustrated and you're getting fed up, like nothing really is happening. And the reason for that is because it's not being done properly. There's too much desperation. There's a lot of heavy energy which we need to lift, right? So what you can do, and what I think is really important, is that there's a lot of overthinking happening here to begin with, right? There's a lot of overthinking. Some of you are having trouble sleeping. Some of you are like, Moonlight, nobody's going to come. Or, there is this person, but they're so hot and cold and I just don't know. And, I miss this person from the past, etc. Like a lot of you have had really difficult situations and you're feeling like, oh my God, and this energy is continuing into March because essentially you're letting it continue into March, right? So what you want to do is you want to heal the heart chakra, which is why I don't feel like there's no, it's not a coincidence that this is the crystal that is for this particular reading, right? Because it's green. It's about your heart chakra, and you've also got some purple as well, so I feel like it's also to do with the crown chakra and also to do with the third eye. It is about first and foremost boosting your own heart chakra energy with self-love. This is really, really important. If your focus is always going towards somebody else or what somebody else can also give you or any kind of validation from someone else, it is going to further hurt you. So I think that what's really important here is to take that energy and to revert it into, what can I do for myself? How can I do things that I enjoy for myself? How can I give more energy to me? How can I do things, for me that makes me feel really, really good? So I really do feel like the best thing that you can definitely do is to focus more of that energy onto yourself. And when you do the law of attraction, try not to be desperate. So, say what you want, of course, but surrender it to the universe. Try not to ruminate on it. Try not to overthink about it. You will think about things, yes, but try and direct the conversation back to yourself. Like, okay, yeah, I've done my manifestation. Let me get back to work now. And then again, if that thought kind of creeps up again, like, oh, you could have done this in the past. You could have done this in the past. Try to just say, well, actually, you know what? I did my best. At that time, I did my best. Now I'm going to go and do what I can do best for myself right now, which is trying not to ruminate and doing something I enjoy. So change up the inner dialogue and the inner narration within yourself. It will greatly, greatly help. Okay, so that Four of Cups, for those of you that have felt rejected in the past, do not now reject yourself, okay? This is really, really important. If you are then rejecting yourself and telling yourself, oh, I'll never find love, or oh, these things just don't happen to me, you are telling the universe indirectly a new form of manifestation. You do not want to do that, right? So what I would say is that this happens a lot as well to people that are so desperate for money in certain moments or love in certain moments. And even for children, people can be very desperate. They want to have a child, which is so understandable. But then, what tends to happen is there's a lot of stress. There's a lot of overthinking. There's a lot of energy that stops, things from progressing. Things often happen when you least expect them. So lowering your expectations can really help a ton. Having a lot of this chaotic energy with the Five of Wands will only cause more friction. So what we want to do is we really want to lift that energy. So that means, right, taking off those blindfolds. Being okay with what is right now in your life, okay? Meditating on your heart chakra, going for a walk, connecting with Mother Nature, eating, lots of vegetables and green, mainly green foods, wearing green as well can really, really help your heart chakra. This also then is a big signal to the universe that you are ready. You're ready for your blessings. And by doing so in a manner where you're not just doing it because you're desperate for it, but actually doing it because you want yourself to feel good. Right? You're looking after yourself. You're living in love rather than fear. A lot of people manifest out of fear without even realizing it. When you manifest in love, you're doing things because you just really want it for yourself, and you're happy. You're like, okay, well, whatever happens in my life, it's going to happen. Nothing in your life will ever pass you. Nothing that's meant for you will ever pass you by. Okay, so that's essentially the big message here. It's nothing bad, let's say, but it's basically about what can happen in March. For those of you that are really stuck in your inner dialogue and you're like, oh, nothing's going to happen to me, well then March is going to be hard, But for those of you that are like, no, I don't want that moonlight, okay, well then you got to stop rejecting yourself. You got to change that inner dialogue and communicate what you really want to the universe, but then let it go, surrender, let the universe work its magic. Let it do its, you do your thing, because remember, dreams don't work unless we do, and let the universe do its thing, right? You let, when you go to the dentist or the doctor, you let them do the work, right? Yes, you can do a bit of research beforehand, like, oh, my tooth hurts, and you might Google some things, but you're not going to do all of that work to yourself, right? You're not going to be the one taking your tooth out if it needs an extraction without even going to consult the doctor first, right? You're not going to do that. So let the universe do its work. You do your work. And so that's really what I see here. And look, the Knight of Pentacles shows that good things can appear even in March if you let go of that expectation and you let things come to you instead. Because a lot of you are always wondering, what can I do? What can I do? How can I fix things? You're complicating things. Simplify, simplify, simplify. I love simplified things, and I'm sure you do as well, right? So the Strength card here is the biggest, I think it's the most important message. It's also, you know, these two major arcanas really go hand in hand. You know, let things happen, let things naturally occur. And the Three of Cups here can also indicate a celebration. And for those of you that may be in a third-party situation, it really invokes here that you do have power. Okay, you do have a lot of power even if you feel like you don't. Not everybody is in a third-party situation. What I will say is that this can indicate a celebration that can occur. So really, it's depending on, you know, which way you choose to go. It really does. So let's have a look at your Oracle card. And for those of you that have stuck around, let me know in the comment section below. I want to know, because, you know, what happens sometimes is that people see a bad card and they're like, no, I don't want to watch this. But actually, there's a real big meaning to it. And if you have stuck around and it resonates with you, please do let me know as well. So you got number 9, hidden treasure. You have brilliant untapped potential just waiting to be explored. That's literally it, okay? It is waiting to manifest. It is waiting to come in. Got number 9 here as well. Instead of overthinking it and making it like, oh my gosh, it's like the worst thing ever, just know that it's pending, all right? It's pending. It's a little bit like, you know, when you transfer something from your bank account and it's pending and you're like, oh my god, when's it going to go through? Is it going to go through? Is it going to go through? It's pending. It will happen, you know. So just know that these beautiful treasures are pending. They will come through. It will happen in its own timing. Try not to stress. Try not to stress. That includes love, okay? And also other aspects of your life too, but especially in love, especially for those of you that have really struggled. It is pending. So got 2 cards. Love who you are. You are divine, delightful, and deserving of the wonderful things life has to offer. That's exactly what I'm saying, okay? You got this. You got this. You are deserving. Love who you are first, and life will shape itself around you. You've also got here as well, rest and relaxation is essential. We all have a fundamental need to take a break. It's true. Simplify things, right? Because I feel like for a very long time, you've just been going, doing. And it's like, take a break. It's okay. In fact, when you take a break, you know, you're allowing the universe to kind of, you know, take over a little bit as well. Sometimes you've got to do the reverse to make things happen. Let's see what these messages have. So we've got here, I love you. Wow, that's the message. Your birthday. And also, I hope you don't hate me. So, you know, whatever's gone on in this particular situation, especially for those of you that are like completely single and you're like, I don't really understand these messages. I love you is also a message towards yourself, of loving yourself and not neglecting yourself and not rejecting yourself. Your birthday also means as well that, you know what, you don't have to have just, you know, doing nice things for yourself when it's your birthday. You can do nice things and treat yourself with that niceness every single day. So your birthday, you know, is one of those things, like think about the energy of your birthday. I know some people don't have great birthdays, but what I will say is that think about the energy of a birthday and try and implement that energy where possible. You know, it's really about looking after yourself. Now, for those of you that have birthdays in March, keep an eye out. There could be something interesting that happens, all right? But it's also about, again, trying to love yourself, trying to care for yourself, trying to be there for yourself. Some of you might also get a confession from someone that is literally telling you all of these wonderful things and treating you as though it is your birthday and really just treating you very nicely as well. Now, it also says, I hope you don't hate me, which is definitely a message that, you know, someone in the past could have, you know, really thought like, oh my God, I did that and I really do feel bad and I really shouldn't have done that. So there's that sense of regret and sadness that does come through there as well. So it's something to keep in mind. All right, so now we go to charms and letters. So these letters could be initials. It could also spell out words for your March. Oh, we've got P, R, G, and a Q. We've got 4. Let's get a few more. We've got an M, an A U, and a W. So that's interesting. Okay. And we've got war as well, W-A-R. So, you know, you may feel like you're at a bit of a war with yourself. And also you got M-A-R. We haven't quite got an S to make it Mars, but Mars is the planet of war. So It's one of those things. Okay, well, let's see what else we do have. So we've got these pliers, which indicates that, you might be trying to constantly fix things. Well, let the universe also do its own thing as well. You've got here a little ice cream as well. Like, some of you may feel like time is running out. Like, time is literally running out. I need to do things ASAP. So that I would say, calm, because sometimes when you feel like things are running out, it's because, there's an internal dialogue happening, and that can actually delay things further, so it can make things worse. You've also got here this like clover, but it's only half, right? So to me, this also again represents that you may be feeling just very half fulfilled. You may feel like your luck is really not there, but I will say as well, look at it as like, it's half full rather than half empty. We've also got a Z as well. We've also got an O. So we've got some more letters. You've also got here a cat as well. So this is about personality, doing things for yourself, taking care of yourself, which I think is really important. You've also got this green crystal. So this totally represents, oh, my nails are also green as well. Remember what I mentioned as well about like eating green foods and going out in nature. Those things can really help you to boost your heart chakra. Meditating on your heart chakra, which means doing a guided meditation specifically for your heart chakra, can help to really open it and allow it to glow more. So you've got a lot of references to green here as well. Green really is a very, very strong color for you in March. Now, the thing is, right, we have got Aries season. Aries season is like Mars energy, and that is like the start of the zodiac calendar. So it's technically like Happy New Year, but also Aries season is red, like Aries is red, as a color. And this also represents here as well that red is also another very potent color as well. So if some of you are thinking about like, excessively wearing like red or eating red foods, like you may feel very heightened emotionally and you may feel very triggered. So it's just about maybe also cutting out the redness. I'm not saying like, oh, avoid red, but just like lowering the red color somehow. So that means like maybe wearing less red. I mean, I hate telling people like what to do, but like there's definitely this energy of like the more you are surrounded by red, the more you're surrounded by red, the more you may feel triggered and angry and just very frustrated, especially in Aries season in March. So just something to keep in mind, okay? Perhaps, if you have the choice between red and green, maybe, choose a little bit more green. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying avoid red altogether. I'm just saying maybe lowering the amount of red that is around you is good, because there can be like certain, like especially if you're eating a lot of red foods or you're wearing a lot of red, like it can definitely trigger a lot because, you've got Mars, you've got war, you've got Aries, you've got red. It's a lot, so we got that. You've also got here as well third eye. So again, it's interesting because I mentioned third eye also with this crystal, right? So meditating on your third eye can also help a lot in terms of just opening up your third eye chakra. And you've also got here as well the Celtic cross. Now the Celtic cross, which is what I believe that is, again, is really about taking care of yourself. It's also about your intuition, it's your gut, it's you taking on a role of leadership for your own life, putting yourself first. And you've also got here the lotus as well, which is about auspiciousness, prosperity, abundance, which is pending. Okay, these treasures are pending. They will come your way. Sometimes some months can be harder than others. This is a month of self-development and growth, which I think is so important. Remember, a flower, aka, look at this, lotus, right, has to grow in order for it to be able to be what it is. It's one of those things. The butterfly has to have once been a caterpillar. Otherwise, not going to ever be a butterfly, right? So it's one of those things. So that is your reading group 3. If this resonates with you, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Check out the description box below for information on private paid readings, free reading giveaway, and of course intention items which are on Etsy. And yes, take care everybody. And that is what we have. Bye!